Okay, so these are going to be the solutions to the squaring binomials where you have a radical. These are the ones that you did on your own. So hopefully you gave it a good shot. If you're a little confused, again, I'm going to step you through each one of them. If you get it, that's great. This is what you need, one of the prerequisite skills for solving the radical equations that we're going to look at. Okay? So again, coming up next, the solutions to squaring the binomials where you have a radical that you did on your own. Okay, so I'm going to write the solution to the first one, which was the square root of b plus 8, that whole quantity squared. I'm going to write the answer. I'm going to do that for this one and for the following example, which was the 13 minus root k, the quantity squared. Then I'm going to go back and show you my work. So again, answer first, then the work. That way if you've got it, you can check it. You don't have to sit through all my stuff. You can just move on. So for this first one, it is the square root of b plus 8, the whole quantity squared. That should just be a b plus 16 root b plus a 64 on the end. So b plus 16 root b plus 64 for the first one. Looking at this very next one, the quantity 13 minus root k squared. Its answer, it's a little bit different just because the number's in front. Don't freak out. It's still going to start off with as a 169. I keep the number first. Then I'm going to have a minus 26 root k plus k on the end. I would just leave it like that. If you wanted to rewrite it, you can. It would just rewrite itself with the k at the beginning. Minus 26 root k plus the 169. So those are the answers. If you want to stop now, you can and move on. I'm going to go back a slide, and then we'll go through that work in case you didn't get the very first one or this one. So here I am. Again, this squared tells me to write it twice. So I'm going to take this whole thing, write it twice. So it's going to look like this. It's going to look like root b plus 8 times another root b plus 8. That's what it tells me to do. Multiplying this out, root b times root b is the square root of b squared. Square rooting that b squared, that's how I get the b. There's my positive 8 root b for my outer. My inner multiplication is another 8 root b. And then the 8 times the 8 is a positive 64. The 8 root b's can condense to the 16 root b that you see down here. Okay, again, don't get thrown off right here at the beginning with the square root of b squared. Square rooting that squared makes it go away. Okay, it's here, right here in the middle, where that radical does not go away because you're adding. Moving on to this next one. Again, I'm just going to write it twice. So I get 13 minus root k times 13 minus root k. Again, my first multiplication, 13 times 13, that's the 169. There's going to be, again, my 13 here, multiplying with that negative root k. Outside and inside never mix. So that's a negative 13 root k. My inner, again, same thing. It's always going to be that thing doubled. Minus 13 root k. And then on the end, a negative root k times a negative root k gives me a positive k. Okay, the radicals cancel. Okay, technically you're right. It is the square root of k squared. But the square root of k squared is k anyways. Again, these are the things that can condense as 1. You're just subtracting them. They don't cancel out because they're both negative. That's how you get the negative 26k that's right in the middle there. Okay. Either way is fine down here. If you want to keep this first one, that's fine. If you want to switch it around, that's fine either way. Same exact problem. Thank the commutative property for that.